The other day I was on my way to the grocery store to buy some food, and while I was driving there was a car that was right on my bumper. They seemed to be in a very big rush to get around me. I was driving close to the speed limit, but still, they insisted to go around me. As I was going over the railroad tracks, the car proceeded to fly around me going about 80 miles an hour. I slowed down before I got to the railroad tracks, but the car proceeded to do so, hitting the railroad tracks at 80 miles an hour with a high risk of damaging their car. I see a lot of people do this when I'm out driving. They seem to be in such a big rush to get somewhere. They speed up only to be stopped by a stop sign or a stoplight. Or I have people that are in a rush to get somewhere. They speed up to get around me, even though I'm going the speed limit almost. They're in a rush to get around me, only to make a turn less than a half a mile down the road. When I'm out shopping somewhere, I see a lot of people in a very big rush to get home. They're in a rush to throw everything in the cart, get everything that they need as fast as possible, and then when they get home, they'll forget their eyeglasses or one of their cards, or maybe even their wallet at the store. Everyone's in such a big rush. It seems like everyone's in a big rush to only be stopped or to go nowhere. Where are they going and what are they doing? We all seem so hard-pressed at time that we feel like we're losing it. We feel like we're running out of time and that we don't have any time left. We don't have time to do the hobbies that we want to do. We don't have time to pursue the goals that we want to do in life. We don't have time to be the person that we want to be. We don't have time to work on this right now, that we'll do it tomorrow. Everybody talks about how they don't have the time to do something, yet they very seldomly take the time to actually begin. They procrastinate and say they'll do it tomorrow. They're in a big rush to get home. They talk about the things they're going to do, the things they're going to change in life, the things that are going to change about themselves to make life better for themselves and the people around them. They're in such a big rush to talk about it, but then they go nowhere. I see a lot of people are in such a big rush to go somewhere, to go do something, and then when they get there, they have nothing to talk about because they're always in such a big rush in life, but that they never take the time to think. They never take the time to think about who they are, what they really want in life, what they want out of life. They're so concerned about doing so much, so concerned about getting so many things done, that they never take the time to think about what they're doing. They never think about whether or not the choices they're making are good or bad, and they go through life aimlessly, thinking that by getting more done, that they'll be a better person. It's not about the quantity of decisions you make. It's not about how much you do. What's more important is the quality. The quality of the decisions you make in life, the quality of the time that you have, and how you use it. You can be in a big rush to go somewhere. You can be in a big rush to do something. But if you don't take the time to think about what you're doing, or take the time to think about who you want to be, and what makes you happy, what gives you a sense of purpose in life, you're going to go through life in a rush, in a big rush to get to tomorrow, only to have tomorrow get here and you don't take the time out to think about what you're doing, or take the time to live in the moment and be happy with what's going on. Everyone seems to be in such a big rush for tomorrow, that when tomorrow gets here, it passes them by before they realize it. Everyone's in such a big rush to do things, to achieve goals, to be a better person, to make more money. And then they wonder why they don't have any good memories. Why it is that when they think back on life, they don't have any good memories from the time when they were in such a big rush, when all their memories that were good was only from childhood, or time many years before they were in such a big rush. As children, we're more concerned about living in the moment, being happy with what we have, and although there are things we want in life, we do what we can with what we have, to be creative, to explore new things, to be open-minded, to go out in the world and not be in such a rush to get things done. Being in such a rush all the time, I think, is something that is causing a lot of discomfort and people losing a lot of happiness in life because they don't take the time to think about what they're doing, to think about the things that they enjoy. I have had people ask me about what it is that motivates me and how it is that I find these awe-inspiring moments to think of something to say or to create something new or to make a new piece of artwork. They'll tell me about how they're always in such a big rush to get things done and how they've had these moments in life to where they're attached to these memories of who they used to be. And the memories that they had of who they used to be were so different. They weren't in such a big rush to get things done all the time. Sure, we've got things in life that are important that we have to get done, but there are other things that we need to take our time to think about. We need to take the time to actually enjoy what we're doing. If you just go through life in a big rush, not enjoying any of the things that you're doing, you're not going to be able to form any memories that have any meaning, any memories that are important at all. And as you age and look back in your life, you're going to regret not taking the time to cherish the moments that you have, cherish the time that you have with the people that matter to you. And then when those friends pass away, or a family member passes away, you're going to regret not taking the time to spend that time with them. It seems for many people, the more they get done, the less happy they are. The more they try to achieve, the less time that they had to reflect on those achievements that they even made in the first place. They don't have the time to reflect on it and be happy with what they have. They keep aspiring to have more. They keep aspiring to be better and greater than they were yesterday. Then they can appreciate the small things that they've done in life that were important, that was once important to them, that mattered. They're only focused on the big goal, the end goal, the end all and be all of success. I come from a childhood of having very little in life. I didn't have much to live on. I didn't have much of a friendship with anybody around me. I had very few friends. I didn't have very many people to talk to. I didn't have much food to eat. My childhood was very difficult. So the few things that I do have in life, no matter how small they are, I appreciate them. I appreciate the few things that I do have, and I try to avoid taking for granted what I have in life. I was sitting here today thinking about all that, thinking about all the things that I've overcome in life and what I do have and what matters to me. And sometimes when I feel like in a really big rush to try to achieve a lot of things, I think back to what I didn't have. But then I also think to myself, well, if I don't achieve all of these things and do all of this, will my life go back to how it used to be? But you can't let that fear control you. You can't let fear rule you. You have to be optimistic, but also be realistic. Try to achieve things in life, but set a goal that can be achieved. Don't set something so big that as you're reaching for it, you don't have the time to appreciate the small steps that you've taken to get there. And then if you fail that, and everyone will fail at something, no one is perfect and perfection does not exist, then you're going to think to yourself, was all that time I spent pursuing that goal a waste of time? And that's why appreciating the small things you have and being happy with what you have in life will make it so that if you're pursuing something in life and you fail at it, you're not going to look back on it and think of everything as a waste of time, because you have memories and things that you can look back on and reflect on to improve yourself as a person, and to think to yourself, hey, I might not have made it yet. I might not have made that goal, but I'm getting there. And I can use the things that I wasn't successful in life and the things that I've failed at in life to improve who I am and to be better tomorrow. There's always going to be things in life that we have to get done fast, things that we have to get done immediately, maybe because our life depends on it, maybe because the people around us depend on us to get something done because they're struggling and they need our help. But there are other things in life that we don't have to be in such a rush to get done. I see a lot of people that go through life in such a big rush and they're doing so many things at once, and then when they finally have the free time to just think, the mind is just crowded with all these thoughts and ideas, and they don't know what to do. They don't know how to control it. They can't control their thoughts, so then they just go binge watch a bunch of movies or do something to keep themselves from thinking. So just take some time out of your day every once in a while to just sit, relax, and to think about life. Don't be in such a rush to get everything done so quickly. Don't be in such a rush to make decisions that are very important, that are decisions that should be ones that are made by taking the time to think about that decision in the first place. Don't be in such a rush to go nowhere, because sometimes it's better to think about where you're going and to slowly make those small steps to get there than to be in such a big rush to leap across that big gap or that big divide in life, only to fall short because you didn't plan or think ahead. So keep making those small steps of progress. Keep making those small steps towards tomorrow, so that when tomorrow gets here, you can appreciate every step that you've made, every single step along the way. Only then can you truly appreciate the small achievements in life and stop being in such a rush to get to tomorrow. So don't be in such a big rush to get nowhere, because it's often better to take your time and to slowly get there than to be in a rush and get nowhere.